okay, they hit us first, they hit us hard. Now it's time for us to respond.
Davis is hitting the holes faster than anybody I've seen all year. Davis may be shaken up. Yeah, this would be bad.
We're really trying to make a decision, okay? We're fixing to play this thing without him.
If you're not in there, you won't believe we're going to run.
Elway on a rollout, ran it in himself. There was nobody within 10 yards of him.
Whoever said they were 12-point underdog don't know football, don't know squat.
This team is not good enough. They're not even good.
Right to the end zone. Touchdown by the Packers.
There were a lot of times where hopes were up, then they were dashed.
Elway can run. Head first. He dives inside the 5-yard line.
A quarterback at that age is going to give it up. Better find a way to win this football game.
Honestly, I think they wanted it more.
Big fella's hurting there now.
Boy, this is all I've asked for. It's right here. This is my whole career right in front of me.
Can you say Denver is in the lead? This is it. Come on.
The championship has come down to one play. One play.
In Super Bowl 31, the Green Bay Packers faced the New England Patriots. Brett Favre threw 2 touchdowns and ran for another in the Packers' rousing victory. For Reggie White, who set a Super Bowl record with 3 sacks, it was his first championship on any level. For the National Football Conference, it was their 13th consecutive Super Bowl victory. The almighty Packers entered the 1997 season expecting to extend that streak.
I think at the start of the season, we felt like we were going to go back to the Super Bowl. We were really a good team. We were more confident than we were the year before.
The Packers cruised to a 13-3 regular season record, overcoming an embarrassing Week 12 loss to the 0-10 Indianapolis Colts.
Even after we lost to Indianapolis, I don't think anyone was that concerned. We just felt like it was a bump in the road. That's how confident we were.
In the NFC divisional playoffs, the Packers sidestepped past the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Then in the NFC championship game, they outdistanced the 49ers in San Francisco. 12-point favorites heading into Super Bowl 32, the Packers were loose and confident, just like their quarterback, 3-time MVP, Brett Favre. Amid the media hoopla surrounding the game, Favre unveiled his John Elway imitation.
We're looking forward to this impersonation of John Elway in a few minutes. Well,
The performance earned Favre some good-natured ribbing, while Elway was grilled about his previous Super Bowl failures.
He'd tell us, yeah, my career will be complete as long as I can look in the mirror and say I did well. But he admitted later, he said, I'd look in the mirror and see that I got trampled every Super Bowl. That was going to haunt me the rest of my life.
Elway's 3 Super Bowl defeats by a combined score of 136-40 weighed heavily on his mind as his career wore down.
Near the end of my career, it wasn't that much fun because I knew anything I did, the bottom line is everything would go back to the fact that I hadn't won a Super Bowl.
Everybody wanted to say, you know what, I helped John win his first championship. Who wouldn't want to say that? That was motivation, to help this man win a championship.
Denver's Super Bowl trip to San Diego was a homecoming for Davis, but at a stadium that has not been kind to him.
I played in that stadium when I was a little kid. I had never won. I didn't win. I played there in high school. I didn't win. I played in that stadium in college. I didn't win. I played there against San Diego the year before that. We didn't win. So here I'm thinking, man, there's something about this stadium. I can't play in this stadium.
But it was Elway who had the most to overcome. He shouldered not just his own Super Bowl demons, but an entire franchise's.
For all of us who have been Broncos, will be Broncos, are Broncos now, our past, present, and future was wrapped up in this 60-minute football game that somehow was going to either make us the ultimate losers or break the spell. And that's the interesting thing about a Super Bowl as well, is that with one win, all of the losses are forgotten.
Stay healthy. All right, man. I won't imitate you too much over here. I don't need it.
Hey, we got to talk. We did all that talking. We got to play. And we got to dominate this game. Dominate. Dominate. 1, 2, 3. Dominate.
This is what it's all about. Go out and play your hearts out. We'll come out on top.
You get out here, baby.
Broncos on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Broncos!
Broncos kicking off right to left. Packers await the kick of Jason Elam, and Super Bowl 32 is officially underway. Elam with a foot into it. It's a high end-over-end kick. Freeman to the 5, to the 10, straight 15-20. Eludes one, and down he goes at the 24-yard line. Good coverage by the Broncos special teams.
Everybody is charged up. I think they probably feel a little bit better now that they've got one hit under their belt.
Well, the offensive team came out there kind of nonchalant, including Brett, but I don't think that's going to last long.
Packers open in the I formation. Freeman is left. Brooks is right. Levens behind Henderson in the I.
From the 24-yard line for the Packers. Out in I formation. Handoff goes to Dorsey. Levens, hole on the right, but he gets back only a yard. He is hit by Braxton and brought down.
And one of the things the Broncos will have to do well today is tackle, wrap up those running backs and get them down.
All right, the linebackers, Mobley, Aldridge, and Romanowski. They're the ones who will be very active for the Denver Broncos in this ball game.
So let's see what the Bronco defense can do with an explosive Green Bay offense.
So it's going to be a second down, 9 yards to go. Split the two running backs. Both receivers go left. Brett's first pass, and the blitz is on. And he is going to be... No, he got the ball away. He threw it away out of the pocket.
No! No!
And the Denver Broncos are calling for a grounding, and they will not get it.
Hey! Paul, he's in the pocket! I know, but he's in a pocket. Look at him, look at him. Look at the picture right here.
Unusual that they did not call it illegal grounding because he was not outside of that wide area. He just threw it away, but he got away with it.
Oh, my God. That's on you. You blew it.
No, Coach, when the quarterback is physically being held and restricted in his throwing motion, we give the quarterback a lot of latitude where the ball goes.
Hey, it was a bad call because he wasn't restricted when he let the ball go. He threw it away. They sent it upstairs. It should have been intentional grounding.
Well, I was disappointed because I knew it was intentional grounding. But, you know, you got to forget it. You tell players that you got to focus after you feel there's a mistake made. You know, it's the same thing with a coach. You can't let things bother you.
All right, it's going to be 3rd down and 9, and Derek Mays has come in as a third wide receiver. Here's Brett, straight back in the pocket. Better protection this time. He comes up over the middle. Is caught. First down at the 38-yard line. Caught by Antonio Freeman. Took a heck of a hit from Steve Atwater, but he held on.
Come off the ball now. Let's go. Y'all, good blocks out there for you. Knock them on their ass. And already the first break of the game, David, goes to Green Bay because if they called intentional grounding like they should have, Green Bay would now be forced to punt.
First down at the 38-yard line for the Green Bay Packers. Here's the handoff to Levens, left side, hole, 40, 45, to the 48, maybe to 49, now in the territory of the Denver Broncos. First down at midfield, they rule it. Here's the handoff to Dorsey, reverses to the left. He's got 5, he's got 10, he's got 12 yards. Down to the 38-yard line. Here's Brett, quick drop, quick pattern over the middle, caught. And a first down at the 22, again by Antonio Freeman.
The Broncos blitz, John Mobley once again, no blocker for him. If that happens, the receiver and the quarterback got to make the play right now, and that's just what they did.
Tiger in the game, no, overstack fire.
Bronco defensive staff has to be worried. If you get a two-dimensional offense from the Green Bay Packers, you got a big problem on your hands.
First down at the Denver 22-yard line. Here's Brett straight back in the pocket. Some time going to the end zone. Back there is Antonio Freeman. Touchdown, Packers! Antonio Freeman on an absolutely gorgeous throw by Brett Favre. 22-yard touchdown pass. A 76-yard touchdown drive by the Packers on the very first series of the game.
And a safety blitz, Jim, and Brett Favre took advantage of that, gave a little hole to Freeman, and what a way to score the first touchdown.
Denver nothing.
It's all right. Let's go, guys. That's all right. That's all right. Let's go. Let's go. It's all right.
We felt in that series, we let them off the hook a couple times, and actually that last play, we had it set up, letting them think it was a blitz, and it really wasn't. It was a zone blitz, and Brett just lobbed the ball up on the touchdown play, and it should have been picked.
That ball was an interception off the way. I thought you were about it. God, he just threw it, man. I'm telling you. Hey, God, you're going to now. 2 or 3 you guys had a hit on him. Take him down now.
And we felt we let him off the hook, and let's just go out, play our game. Everybody calm down, nerves should be gone. Let's just go out and play.
A perfectly thrown pass from Brett Favre. Steve Atwater was the closest Bronco, but the Packers are on the board first.
If Denver was a so-so football team, maybe they'd give in right there. You know, these guys are good, you know. We may be in a little bit over our head.
Every party in Denver's like, here we go. I'll guarantee you some people turn their set off after one touchdown. This was the script. Another huge loss to another powerful, legendary NFL team. And, you know, you might as well just said welcome across the chest of all those Bronco defenders, because it was just going to be a welcome mat kind of day. And I think that's what we all thought.
You would think it would be that whole thing like, oh, man, here we go again. But ironically, it was a whole different vibe. Okay, they hit us first, they hit us hard. Now it's time for us to respond.
Well, the Broncos in a hole early. 10:58 remains in the first quarter. 7-0. The Green Bay Packers lead it.
Rod Hebron will be back to return the kickoff by Ryan Longwell. This is a high floater that Hebron has to go over to the right side and catches at the 10. Comes back to the left to the 15 to the 20. Looks for a hole. Gets through the hole. Watch out. To the 30 and all the way out to about the 41 or 2-yard line.
So we see what the Denver offense can do with their first opportunity. We've seen Green Bay at work.
One of the things we sold our players on was, hey, we're going to run the ball against everybody we play. And if we sit there and get in a match with Brett Favre going up and down the field and throwing it every down, that's not us.
It was warm. They were very big, very aggressive. And we thought if we could run the football that we might be able to wear them out in the fourth quarter.
Near left, near left. 17 fullback counter. All one right.
Here's John Elway. 280 out of 502 tosses this year. 3,635 yards during the regular season. That's more than Brett Favre.
And he's been outscored 136-40 in his 3 previous Super Bowl appearances.
John turns, toss left side Davis. Eludes one behind the line of scrimmage. Davis lowers his shoulders. He's over the 45-yard line. With a gain of close to 4 on the play. Eugene Robinson comes from his free safety spot, and Doug Evans, a corner, make the stop.
Packers executed their defense very well. It's just at that point, Brian Williams has to make the play. If that was the case, he drops him for a loss.
Denver persisted to get the ball in Terrell Davis's hands. On 3rd and short, Davis caught a swing pass and barreled forward for a first down. 2 plays later, Davis ran 27 yards to the Packers' 14.
.19 and counting here in the first quarter. Broncos want a touchdown. Play fake in the pocket. Johns avoids pressure, steps up, can run. Inside the 10, inside the 5. Elway lowers his shoulders and dives to the 2. He's got another first down. Vintage John Elway there. And the 37-year-old making it happen with his legs.
I tell you, he made a nice move as he steps up in the pocket. Santana Dotson goes on that outside, puts the pressure. But you know what? Elway slides during the season. He lowered his shoulder right there.
That's the old John Elway that's been doing it for 100 years. This year he kind of slacked off, but he saw that goal line and he went for it.
Offset eye. Elway, handoff. Davis into the end zone. Touchdown! A pretty good way for the Broncos to answer the Packers' opening drive.
Good job. Good job, Brian. Great job, Gary. Way to play. Great job, Mark.
That's called an answer.
Bronco fans standing and cheering here in San Diego, and why not? 5:39 left in the first quarter. Broncos and the Packers are tied at 7 in Super Bowl 32.
Okay, Ray, it's where we make a play. Alfred, it's where we make a play. Let's go. Let's get him going.
Let's go, redeem ourselves. Come on, baby, let's get that turnover. Come on. We all on them guys, so just tell them, just tighten up just a little bit more. If he's going to you, catch one. He's going to throw it to you.
On the second play in Green Bay's next possession, the Broncos defenders got the opportunity they were waiting for.
Pass, come on, baby, come on.
Broncos look like they're going to blitz, and here comes Gordon. Favre unloads. Pass is going to be intercepted. Braxton down on one knee. Has got the ball. The Broncos turn him over.
I consider myself a fair person, but I think the interception that came with a corner blitz when I threw the ball to Robert Brooks, I felt like he got held. As the ball was in the air, he was getting pulled a little bit. They didn't call it, you know, it's over.
There will be more of those. There will be more of those.
They don't want him to lose. Get another one now. Keep making it. Keep on.
We'll see if Denver looks for a quick strike. Davis takes the toss and runs right. Terrell cuts back over the 45. Terrell Davis on the 40. Spins on his feet inside the 30-yard line. Terrell Davis with an excellent move, a gain of 16 yards. And TD right now making a lot of Packers miss.
You ever see me run? That's not my style. I don't do a lot of spinning. And at the time, I had nothing else to do but to spin. Couldn't have cut right, couldn't have cut left. Probably could have tried to run him over, but I'm trying to get yards here, so it was something just instinctively. I didn't even think about doing it.
A lot has been said about Terrell Davis, about, you know, the running prowess that he has, but I think that it goes beyond that. I think it's really predicated upon what the offensive line, what they did in that game.
Yeah, one of the plays we talked about all week, what they got to do, they get two people on Gilbert Brown and then get outside, allow Terrell Davis to kind of cut back, find that gap, and boy, he sure did on that one.
If you run straight out of Gilbert Brown or Santana, you're not going to blow those guys off the ball. I'm sorry, he weighs 345, 50 pounds. So what you got to do is you want to create some push by movement, get him moving, you know, and get everything shifted. And so they got things shifting and moving, and now you got him moving laterally, and now it's easy to run with him.
Even though there was Terrell Davis in that game, even though there was John Elway in that game, I thought the guy that may have played the best game that day was Tony Jones, because it was as if Reggie White didn't play the Super Bowl. You never heard his name. He was never a factor.
Another thing they did, they took our one of our better defensive players, Leroy Butler, out of the game by spreading him out wide with Shannon Sharp, because they knew Leroy was going to be matched up against him. And then try to run the ball so Leroy really couldn't get into the run game.
We took the big play away from Leroy is what we did. In certain formations, we knew what Leroy was going to do. We really kind of played to him.
The Packers' defense was staggering from the Broncos' attack. Near the goal line, Denver hoped to keep pounding away at the #1 run defense in the league. But the plan was derailed when a Santana-Dotson trip sent Davis crashing head first into the ground.
And I think Davis may be shaken up. Terrell Davis is on both knees. And this would be
bad,
costly for the Broncos.
I knew at some point that migraine was going to come, because it always happens. As soon as I get like a blow to the head, then it always comes. So I was waiting for it, and I started getting the aura, which is I can't see. And I'm like, oh, this is the wrong time for this to happen. I mean, I'm thinking that any day, anytime, it can happen any other time. I don't care, just not today.
It was a TB timeout, so TD's all right to go back in, okay? We'll see how he is. How are you, TD?
And I told him, Mike, I can't see. I can't see. I got to leave the game.
What's that? Can't see. Okay, just do this. You don't worry about seeing on this place, because we're going to fake it to you, the 15 lead. But if you're not in there, they won't believe we're going to run, okay?
It's close to impossible to play a football game with a migraine. But, all right, I can suck it up for one play. All right, no problem.
I remember like it was yesterday, and my wife said that shows you your compassion that you have for somebody. He comes to the sideline with a migraine, he can't even see, and you tell me, you know, don't worry about seeing that he's not going to get the ball. All we want to use him as a decoy.
Double wing left, zebra short. Fake nickel 19 handoff, quarterback Q pass right, on one.
Come on, John, make it happen, man. Right here.
Denver Broncos are with the third goal at about the 2.5-yard line.
Yeah, one of the first big plays of the game here, Jim. They'd love to hold them to a field goal. Elway, very tough in this situation, may roll out.
Stay on pass. Stay on pass. Play fake. Elway rolls right. He can run it in. John, it will trot into the end zone. Touchdown. There you go, Rod. There you go, Rod.
Elway on a rollout, ran it in himself. It was the simplest of play. There was nobody within 10 yards of him.
And John Elway is the greatest at that, Jim. He ran everything fake to the left, came right out, naked bootleg, walked in the end zone.
The fact that the Packers are getting gassed by the Bronco running game really helps those play fakes. respect it, and that's just what they did.
Great move. No, great.
We got them on their heels, boys. We got them on their heels right now.
We're playing Indianapolis Colts right now. This team is not better than us. They're not even good.
We're letting them
do that thing on. Look, we never seen it wrong. Look, when you get back in the game, man, we gotta make a statement, man. We gotta make a statement. We gotta bust these dudes in the mouth. Bust them in the mouth. Bust them in the mouth. You make the play. You make the play. You make the play. You make the play.
I always remember that quote. You know, he's standing and he goes, they're not good. You know, they're not as good as the Colts. And then it's kind of like he thinks about it and he goes, you know, they're not even good. And the truth of the matter is that they're very good and that you're in a heck of a football game. And if you don't start making adjustments real soon, and the adjustments are not playing harder, the adjustments are not punching them in the mouth.
On the next possession, the Packers' offense failed to adjust to the Broncos' zone blitz.
Broncos dance up, blitz is on its way. Atwater's got 5, ball free. That should be the Broncos ball. Yes, sir, Denver has it.
And Big Mo is orange and blue right now.
Steve Atwater on a blindside blitz. Hit Brett Favre in the middle of the back. The ball squirted out, and Denver with their second turnover in the first half.
Another blown assignment, Steve Atwater blitzing up the gut and coming free.
Packers are just kind of reeling right at the moment.
They sent 9 guys here, Jim. We didn't have enough to block them, but somebody definitely made a mistake.
Atwater, he came numerous times in that game, and that caught us off guard a little bit. Denver really started a new trend for defenses. Not that they changed dramatically for the Super Bowl, but they did come in with some new wrinkles.
During the season, it was all-out blitz. Well, actually, in this game in Green Bay, we wanted the zone blitz because Brett was such a great scrambler.
Steve Atwater would come down, and the corner would play deep. There really was no tip to when he was coming. And we'd really never seen that before. How do you attack it? Well, if you've never really seen it, you don't know.
Hey, we all right. Just keep knocking our off. Come on, let's go.
Man, you gotta believe that, man. You gotta believe that. Their receivers, we can take out. We can take out of the game. We can take out of the game. They're jittery out there, man.
Shotgun double wing left. Point all go. Come on, Rod. Big one here. Point all go, fullback option on one, right?
The Broncos enjoyed great field position, but with Davis out of the game, could not take advantage. Elway's third down pass fell incomplete, leaving Mike Shanahan the decision of whether to try a 51-yard field goal.
And it was kind of a pivotal point. We were already up 14-7. If we could get those 3 points, it was going to give us a pretty big advantage. I remember going down there to see what Mike was going to do.
Did he kick it? Kick it.
Snap is good. Elam puts a leg into it. Does it have the distance? It's on its way, and it is good! All right! Yeah! Good from 51!
The Broncos had expanded their lead to 10, but their star was still not ready to return.
How's he doing? How you doing? Why don't you go in? Why don't you go in for the half, relax a little bit?
I was really concerned because I saw Terrell come out of the game, of course, and he's out for the second quarter, and we're just not the same team. And I'm thinking, man, if we don't get him back, we're in deep trouble.
Converted 2 Green Bay turnovers into 10 points here in the first half. And with 12:21 remaining, the Broncos have a 17-7 lead.
For everyone watching, they probably were like, I can't believe it. You know, if you walked in from working in the yard and said 17-7, oh, the Packers are going to blow them away. No, Denver's up. What? I got to watch this.
A physical and determined Broncos defense continued to punish the Packers. On 3rd and 1, the Packers tried running up the middle with Dorsey Levens, but Broncos nose tackle Keith Traylor stopped him for a loss. The Broncos offense could not run the ball either. For the second time since Davis left the game, the drive ended without Denver gaining a first down.
Tommy Ruin for the first time this afternoon will punt it away. Snap by Alan Aldrich. It's good. Ruin puts a foot into it, and it's a beauty. High, tight spiral. Brooks lets it hit at the 5. Takes a Denver bounce to the 2, and the Broncos are going to down it inside the 5-yard line.
Hey, ain't nothing but smash mouth football here. Knock their off. Let's go. Green right, 92 lead on 1. Ready? Let's go.
The Packers gained just 1 yard on their first 2 plays, setting up 3rd and 9.
We could have collapsed there, but we had a veteran team for the most part. We had a lot of experience, and I think that showed throughout the game.
Let's go now. Deep breath. Let's go. Blue right, zoom. X right, 200 jet, Z slant on 1. Ready? Over here.
So now it is 3rd down, and there's just not a whole lot of continuity at the moment for the Green Bay Packers. 3rd down and 9 for the Packers. Brett needs a big play right here. He's back in the end zone. Here they come. Here he goes upfield. Great
check.
Chimera. What a play by Chimera.
Out of the way, Chewy. Out of the way. That's all you got, Bill. Hey, that's all you got.
He caught the defenders with their back to the ball, and Brett with his eyes looking at Chimera hit him perfectly.
Who would have thought 3rd and 10 that you go to Chimera? But we did.
Not only making a great catch, but not losing the football when he was really stroked by Steve Atwater. I mean, he took a heck of a hit right there,
He brought the ball down with one hand, and then Atwater hit him, and he held on.
Hey!
There you go,
Great job! That's the way to make a play. Hey, big catch! Big catch!
Sparked by Chimura's catch, the Packers would go on a 95-yard drive that would consume all but the final 12 seconds of the second quarter. With the half winding down, the Packers reached the Broncos' 6.
Brett up to the line of scrimmage.
Lose the Dixon.
Back goes Brett to throw it. Brett pumping. Brett to the end zone. Touchdown by the Packers. Caught in the end zone by Chimera at the deep right corner on a little lofted pass by Brett.
Oh, what a touch by Brett.
The touchdown play was really a 1-yard and in play, meaning we were on the 1-yard line going in to score. That's usually when we run that play. Never run it from 3 yards or more out. And Mike called the play. I think he just felt like one of the things I do best is move around and make something happen. One of the better things Chewy does in our passing game is he gets open. And there's no substitute for that. You can run the best routes, but if you can't get open, it doesn't matter. Chewy had a knack for getting open. And even in tight windows, I could throw it and he would come down with the ball.
You better make that.
Chimera behind him back there, but a couple of guys between the ball and Brett lobbed it over. Chimera came down with it.
That's a 95-yard drive by the Green Bay Packers.
It was heartbreaking because it let them back in the game. After we got back and I looked and seen, I was like, I couldn't believe I was that close. Maybe if I'd had some fingernails or something, if I wouldn't have been biting my fingernails all week long, I might have got it out of here.
Great job, babe. Great job, Chew.
Let's go, guys. Got a lot of football to play. Let's go.
We're going to win this one. We're going to win this one.
That will be the end of the first half. It's been a good one, and the Broncos trot into the locker room with the lead in Super Bowl 32.
We go in at halftime, and I mean, I've got a lot of angst. I'm thinking a whole bunch of things. At the start of the second half, I see Terrell put on his helmet as he comes out the door. And I mean, that was, I can't tell you how much elation I had at that particular point. You know, I think, wow, he's putting his helmet on. He's going to play.
All right, let's go. Let's crank it up. World Championship. 30 minutes.
Let's get this half started. Great job at first. We gotta finish what we start. Here we go.
Set the tempo. Set the tempo. The second half begins right here, right now. That's the word. 1, 2, 3.
Is that 30 out there or not?
No, he's out there.
Yeah, he did come out. First down at the 22.5-yard line for the Denver Broncos.
Now you got to come up with a big play. You got to smack Terrell Davis as hard as you can to make him fumble the ball. You got to hit him in the head so you can start having migraines again or something. You got to do something spectacular.
I bet you they slip it to Davis on the first play.
And the pitch goes back to Davis, through the line, gets a couple of yards, maybe 3 or 4. Lost the ball down about the 27-yard line. The Packers have the ball. Davis loses it. And out of there with it is Tyrone Williams.
I'm thinking, man, this is a nightmare. I mean, it went from a bad dream to a nightmare that quick.
He's scared. They out the game. You better take him out. They better take Davis out.
We as coaches were concerned, are we doing the right thing here? We know he wants to do it, but can he do it? The interesting thing is he came right back to the sideline and said, hey, I'm fine. I just fumbled the ball.
You know, I didn't want anybody to come up to me saying, hey, don't worry, I got this.
I couldn't see for 45 minutes. Now I'm back in the game. Maybe I was just a little excited, and I was careless with the ball.
He's scared, fellas. He got a concussion. He's scared to run the ball. He ain't running hard no more. He ain't gonna run hard no more.
Yeah, I was trying to find my team. There was a little bit of false chatter. I want our defense to continue to hit him, not allow him to get going. And I think it worked the opposite, actually.
The Packers, looking to regain the lead, took over at the Broncos' 26.
Far pump fake, throws deep down the right sideline. Pass is going to be intercepted and dropped by Steve Atwater. Oh, mercy, mercy.
Steve, concentrate. Concentrate. Go. You got to make that play.
You know, that definitely was a big mistake on my part by missing that ball. My concentration level just wasn't there, and it should have been, but it wasn't to be. So, you know, let's put it out of our mind and go out and play like we've been playing.
Denver's defense rose to the challenge and kept the Packers out of the end zone. The Packers settled for a Ryan Longwell 27-yard field goal.
That's it. Play home. Play home.
We hold them back only 3 points, and we feel that's a win.
We had a chance to drive the nail in the coffin. They made a mistake to only walk away with 3 points instead of walking away with 7. At that point in the game was very critical.
That's it. I got something for you. Listen.
Yeah, go ahead.
When they checked that lead draw, he pointed right over here and said, lead. He called the play out.
The Broncos set out to reestablish Davis.
Here is the draw play to Davis this time. And hit one time. Held backwards by Gilbert Brown. Hello, Mr. Davis, meet Mr. Brown.
If you didn't have a headache, you'll have one now.
You said Gilbert just killed him? Yeah. He pushed everybody right into it. That was a good job, Gil.
They can't stop you, man. If you get that in your mind, they ain't gonna stop you ever.
On 3rd and 2, Elway narrowly avoided an interception. Still, the play ended the drive. The Packers failed to capitalize. On 3rd down, Favre overthrew Robert Brooks, leading to a Packers punt. Broncos return man Darian Gordon then nearly made a costly mistake. The Broncos moved the ball from deep inside their own territory, thanks to the hard running of Terrell Davis.
Run a pivot takeoff here, or make it a stutter go. Eddie, be alert out here. Far double wing left, point Y option, pivot. You run far double wing on one-on-one. Ready, be alert.
1st and 10 Denver, 5:18 left in the 3rd quarter. Play fake in the pocket. John pass it once, lets it go wide open. McCaffrey inside the 40. Eddie Mack inside the 35. Excellent protection and a fine throw by John Elway. 31 yards on the play.
Too much time for Elway, and McCaffrey got open.
3-man rush, just don't put enough pressure.
You're not getting off the blocks in there. You gotta get off the block.
After another completion to McCaffrey, Elway and the Broncos faced a crucial 3rd and 6.
We had a passing play called, and John said, well, what happens if they bracket the inside guys and the corners play off on the outside? I said, well, looking at 16 games, they've never done it. But if they do it, I said, that's what you get paid the big bucks for, so go make a play.
What a big play this will be for both clubs. Elway's going to go out of the shotgun.
Packers jumping around, they rush 4. Play time for John, now squeezes, steps up in the pocket. Elway can run inside the 10. He dives off the 5-yard line.
My goodness. You want to tell me the 37-year-old man doesn't want to win this game? That's sacrifice. Oh, man. I know I'm a homer, folks, but I'm going to tell you what, that was one of the greatest 8-yard runs I have ever seen in my entire life.
When I turned it up, the first thing I did is look to the sideline and try to find where the marker was and find out what yard line I had to get to.
Leroy Butler and I, we have Shannon Sharpe doubled. When he started to scramble, Leroy and I hesitated who's going to go up. If Leroy doesn't hesitate, I think he's going to stop him before he gets to the first down. And at that point, I saw him diving over the top. They hit him hard, but he spun in the air. I said, oh, is the ball coming out? And I said, man, that's a good play.
And first of all, we're waiting to see if he's going to get up. It was a heck of a hit.
I was a little discombobulated when I got spun around. And first thing I did is look and saw the first down. I said, oh, boy. And then I heard everyone screaming. I looked at the sideline. Our sideline was going nuts, man. And I've never had an adrenaline rush like I had after that run.
He gets up, he's got so much adrenaline, he's like, yeah! And the people on the side, people screaming in the stands. Like, man, we blew another opportunity. We had an opportunity and we blew it. I had to take my head off and say, man, that's a good, solid play, because he wants it. And that defined that he really wanted it.
Everybody just felt like that play really was a play that said that. I mean, we were going to win that game. I mean, for him to lay it on the line like that just shows you how important that game was to him. So when he's doing that, it's like, oh, you know, I can't give anything less than that.
You know they're going to hammer it with Davis right here. Need a turnover of some kind here.
That's the only thing that's going to stop Davis is a turnover.
Elway, Davis to the end zone. Touchdown, Denver!
He had a man on his back, but the Denver Broncos have taken the lead late in the 3rd quarter of the ball game.
Boy, I'll tell you.
That was the drive.
Not to overstate this, but Green Bay right now looking like a very tired football team. That was a 93-yard drive.
Down 7 with just over a quarter to play, the Packers sent Antonio Freeman to return the kickoff.
So here we go, Elam with the kick. This will be Freeman at the 9. To the 15-20, cuts back to the left side and loses yard. Ball's free, fumble! Broncos have it! Denver has the football! Tony Phelan. Tim McKyer comes up with the ball. I think Phelan made the hit, and Denver has it at the Packer 22.
Just an outside move. Phelan held his slot, put a helmet on the ball, knocked it loose. And McKyer just fell on it. He had a chance to get up and run.
And a 3rd turnover by the Packers today, who are self-destructive.
Oh, I'll tell you, Freeman went the wrong way. They had it set up for him right up the middle, a little on the right side. He takes off to the left side, leaves his interference, and got killed.
We were like, hey, we got to come up with a play, because if they get the momentum, it's over.
And that's the mindset that we had as a defense. No matter what position that we were in, once we got back on the football field, we're going to make a play to get our offense back to football.
John Elway is at a first down at the 22 of the Packers. Play action fake. Back over the middle. Intercepted. Eugene Robinson. By Eugene Robinson in the end zone. He's coming out on the run. Eugene to the 15-yard line, and what a play.
We had coached this play for 2 weeks. This particular play was the minute we had a momentum change in the game and we needed a big play, this is where we were going. So we go for the juggler, so to speak, and boom, it backfires on us.
What a big play by Eugene Robinson, and what a mistake by John Elway. That keeps the Packers in the ballgame right there with 11 seconds to go.
If I don't get the interception in the end zone, totally different ball, they're going to blow us out. They will blow us out.
Thank you, D. Thank y'all, baby. That's why we're a team, baby.
We turned the ball over. We're fortunate enough to get it right back. Now what are we going to do with it?
That's a bail me out, baby. That's why we're a team.
What he did in that next drive is Antonio Freeman at his best.
First down at the 15-yard line for the Packers. Here's Brett. Play action across the middle. 30 to Freeman, to the 35, to the 40, and Freeman out of bounds at the 41. So what a good move by Mike Holmgren and Brett Favre to come back to Antonio Freeman after he had made a key mistake on the kickoff return.
Determined to redeem himself, Freeman continued to victimize a beleaguered Denver secondary.
Freeman is having an MVP day today if the Packers could go ahead and win the ball game.
Oh, no! It's blue left!
First down to the 13-yard line from Brett Favre. Now Favre straight back in the pocket looking, and that arm. Touchdown!
Great move by Freeman. He was wide open, and Brett picked him out and got the touchdown.
That was a champion right there.
The Packers, by formation, are dictating coverage and taking advantage.
Instead of Gordon staying home, he bit inside, and then Freeman cuts back outside to where Gordon should have been. That's where the touchdown came.
Freeman's second touchdown of the Super Bowl here. He's got 8 catches for 120 yards.
Boy, that was way too easy.
One more, do it.
With 13:32 left, we are tied at 24 in the Super Bowl.
With the game tied and just over 13 minutes left, Super Bowl 32 was fast approaching crunch time. Every missed opportunity took on added significance.
Which one? Were you open?
Let me work. You let me work. Put me outside.
I did. That's what I'm trying to do. That's why I called it skinny.
Yeah.
But you weren't open because you got cover 8.
Seems. I ran by Leroy on H2 although.
That's what I called. That's what he told him in the huddle. Yeah. You were by him on the scene?
Elway's got to throw it. He's got to throw it, I think, to get it out of this deep territory. He's tied with 12:36 to go in the ball game.
Right now, the Packers have their dime defense in the game.
Third down, Denver.
Offensive run pretty good.
Big defensive play right here. Here's Elway. Short drop out of the shotgun. He's got time up the sidelines. There's the defender, and intercepted and dropped by Darren Sharper. Oh, he had it for a moment.
It should have been an interception, actually, or a flag. Did not expect for them to throw it at that time, but right when I looked back, I just saw the ball in the air, and my instincts told me to go up and get it. So when I jumped, and I had it in my hands, and I tried to come down with it, all I remember is falling on my head. I lose a football and thinking that, man, you know, this could have been a chance to get a big play interception.
The Packers got the ball back, but were stopped by a Steve Atwater swat on 3rd and 8. The Broncos' next drive stalled following another failed attempt by Elway to beat the Packers deep. Favre and the Packers regained possession at their own 11-yard line. After 2 short completions, Favre threw deep, but the pass was broken up by an outstretched Ray Crockett, setting up 3rd and 10.
Here we go. I want to go. Even scissor. Oh, whoa. Regular. Hey, regular.
All right, 3rd down and 10 now. 3:45 left in the game. Brett straight back in the pocket. Biggest play of this year. Brett on the run. Brett throws it upfield and threw it badly. And he threw it behind the receiver.
If Brett Favre hits Antonio Freeman, I think he's going to bump his head on the goalpost because there ain't nobody there.
Freeman was so wide open. You don't see Brett miss a guy like this. And he's throwing it at an odd angle, but he had Freeman wide open.
I probably have a better memory than I would like at times. I do remember the pass to Antonio that was just a little behind him, and that's what, for me, throughout my career, is hard to swallow. It's like, I know I make those plays, and I know you don't make every play. There's nobody who does, but, You know, what bigger scene than the Super Bowl? And it just didn't happen. I mean, yeah, we were that close.
So Craig Hendrick now with some pressure on him. He's about 4 yards deep. Darian Gordon at the Denver 45. High kick. Gordon waves fair catch and makes it in Green Bay territory at the Packer 49.
Match up better running left than right. Okay. But we're starting to wear Gilbert down now. He's starting to having trouble getting up.
Alex Gibbs is our O-line coach, and they do a very good job of trying to monitor the other team's defensive front to see how fast the substitutions are coming in, how fast they're getting off blocks and all that stuff. And there was a couple of plays during those drives where Gilbert Brown was getting up pretty slow.
Come on, suck it up, big boy. You got 11 minutes now. You got 11 minutes.
You got 11 minutes. Please, baby, Gilbert, please give it to me, baby.
I think a few times I helped him up, you know. So they were a little tired over there. And you can see it when you're back in the lineup and you look across the ball, you know you have the advantage at that point in time.
We weren't tired. We were just frustrated that we would allow him to run for that many yards on us. And I know I was. You know, I was frustrated at how well we had played all year, and then we get to the Super Bowl and just pretty much stank the place up.
We love the fourth quarter when we know that we can run the ball all day long.
That way, there was a hard inside seam. He was sitting right there. Chris, boom! Right up there. We got the big down skates. He too big. He too big. He too big.
Really, the whole week, all I wanted to do is just be in the football game at the end because the previous Super Bowls had been such a blowout that I just wanted a chance in the fourth quarter.
Let's go. Strong right slot. C left, 19 toss.
24-24, and we run on the field with 3:45 to go. I'm saying, boy, this is all I've asked for is right here. This is my whole career right in front of me.
Elway trots out into the field, and the Denver bench is full of emotion.
Well, I tell you what, you got a guy that's going to go to the Hall of Fame at number 7 who's done this, according to the Broncos, 44 times in his career. None bigger than this situation.
I think the crowd here smells the upset and a smell to the end of streaks, and a lot of them. 13 straight losses by the AFC. 4 losses in the Super Bowl by Denver, and 3 straight wins by the Packers.
Just put a little pressure on Elway and see if he's up to it.
3 straight losses in the Super Bowl by John Elway. He's got his chance today.
Here's Elway with the lone running back.
Toss, left side Davis. Davis hit behind the line of scrimmage, still on his feet. Penalty flags thrown on the play. And I think we may have a face mask here. This will be 15 yards against the Packers. I mean, Mike Holmgren is livid. 1st and 10, ball at the 32-yard line. Denver moving toward the Packer goal line. Elway turns, tosses right side Davis. Terrell Davis hit, squirms ahead to about the 31-yard line. Tackled there by Bernardo Harris.
We got base defense on the field. Yeah, we got the right play on. Base defense.
2nd and 9, Denver from the Packer 31-yard line. Play fake, Elway rolls left, fires, wide open, Griffith, inside the 25, gets a block inside the 15, Griffith inside the 10-yard line.
Oh, my! I'm going to tell you what, Brian Williams, that's Ed McCaffrey that just tattooed you on your back.
The key to the play was Ed McCaffrey peeling back and cracking on the linebacker that made it a bigger play. Not only the yardage we gained at the time was significant, but the way it happened and what Eddie did with his body got us going.
Gilbert Brown is slow getting up.
If you run the ball 3 times, they got to use every time they got. They got 2 left.
Plus, it'll go down to a minute and 5 or 10, even if you got to kick it.
Oh, my
Denver
goodness.
has a 1st and goal from the Packer 8. You got to figure Terrell Davis is going to get some looks here. He does. Left side, TD. Outside to the 10. To the 5. Penalty flags in the play as Davis leaps into the end zone.
No! No!
I think this is going to come back, and I think it's going to be on Shannon Sharp. Oh, man.
Oh, no! That's okay. Keep your poise.
When we saw the 3-4 defense come on the field, that was our play. We were running it, and we ran it. We get the holding call, and they leave the 3-4 defense out there. And Mike looks at me and says, hell, run it again.
Okay, we got what we want. Perfect. We got exactly what we're outside.
It'll be 1st and goal from the 18. Handoff Davis, left side, behind Howard Griffith. Nice hold, Davis, 50, 10, 5.
couldn't stop the run, and particularly in the fourth quarter, we just couldn't get the ball out their hands.
Now understand, even if Denver scores, this game's not over, because you're likely to have a timeout or two left for the Packers and a minute and a half or so.
It's one of those situations where you'd almost like for them to score on first down, because they're going to score anyway with that Terrell Davis, and then you'd have more time.
Hey, let's go, come on. Hey, look at me for timeouts. Timeout. Let me ask you something. Go line.
We'll go with our Fox.
Is there timeouts or no?
Well, I was thinking the same thing.
You're at a point now where, okay, do we leave Brett Favre any opportunity in this game to come back down the field?
Like, well, I mean, if we hit a knee, they call timeout. Hey, we're not doing nothing there. We got to score the touchdown.
The bottom line, when we all looked at each other, was, hell, we've come this far. We're going to win this game, and we're going to do it with a touchdown.
Fox 3 run, John.
To me, knows Mike sending a message to his team. We're going to score, and we're going to stop them.
Come on, Chief. Red left, red left. Fox 3 run. On one, right?
Going in right here. It's going in right here.
This has been an inspired game by a bunch of underdogs. And Terrell Davis has been the man today. Second and goal from the one with the minute 47. Long count. Davis.
It is a rocking standing up. Can you say Denver is in the lead?
I run on the field and I jump up in the air and everything comes out of my pockets. Keys, cell phone, wallet. I'm out there picking all this stuff off about 5 yards from the sidelines.
What was going this team? I can't believe it. I've never seen a hole that big in my life. They could have drove 2 trucks and Gilbert through that hole.
I really thought we had blocked that well and ran that play that well. I was like, man, we are killing them. If the hole is that big, there's something wrong.
Holmgren did decide to let him score. Not that he had to decide that. We hadn't stopped them on that drive yet. So, you know, from the Denver standpoint, it's like they didn't let us do nothing.
Has this been documented as true that he let him do that? Because I'd heard it before, and I had a hard time believing it. Because I always have faith in what our defense can do when a strip, a fumble, or overturned situation can happen.
40 million people around the world know you can't stop them. There's no way. You're not stopping them. You could have pushed Gilbert Brown out of the way with 2 angry Girl Scouts. It looked like they were playing at the top of Mount Everest in flip-flops.
I think Mike made the right decision. A couple of things. I felt like they were going to score. And knowing that or thinking that, you don't want them to use up time. If they're going to do it, get it over with.
That's more respect. They just gave them the touchdown because they don't think we can win it. They just gave them the touchdown. They gave them the touchdown because they don't think we can win it. It's on our shoulder, baby. Somebody step up and let's make a play. Back up, guys. Let's win the ball game.
And the Broncos are a minute and 45 away from a world championship. Well, Denver fans, you've got 105 seconds to hold your breath.
If we get a right or left formation with an orange 2 match, make it start to look like fire. You 2 guys, you know? And then you got to play your hook. And you go down. Let's go, man. Let's go, man. This is it.
Brett's done some pretty magical stuff in his career, but this is a pretty tall order.
The odds were against us. But I'd always played well when the odds were against me or against our team. I've always had a tremendous amount of confidence in myself. As long as I'm in there, you know, we got a chance to win.
Play like you always do. A lot of blitz. Yeah, whatever you would do normally.
You give Brett Favre time, you know, he's going to pick you apart.
So my thoughts there were keep on doing the things that we had been doing the whole game.
All things aside, it's just a normal 2-minute drill. No reason why they can't put up a touchdown. It would take a great effort, but it's very possible.
I really felt like we could go down and score. That's not the first time or the last time I ever felt that. There have been times throughout my career where I wasn't as confident. That may surprise people, but I'm human just like anyone else. I mean, sometimes you feel it, sometimes you don't. And just because you feel it, that doesn't mean it's going to happen, but I really felt confident.
It's his own 30. Brett straight back in the pocket. Looks. They dump it over the middle to Dorsey Levens on a middle screen. Dorsey to the 40, 45, to midfield, to the 48-yard line.
Tremendous call, Jim.
Dorsey Levens.
And a tremendous effort by Dorsey. There was a tackler there.
He made that tackle or missing the open field.
All right, Brett gets his team to the line of scrimmage with 1:20 left in it. Still 2 timeouts left. Here's Brett, straight back in the pocket. Here they come. He dumps it over the middle.
Oh, my God.
And it's caught again by Dorsey. Brett had to use a timeout.
Oh, man. Same play, and Brett Favre almost threw one where Alfred Williams could get his hands on it.
We still got time for first downs. We don't have to go for the bottom yet.
Here's Brett, straight back in the pocket. Brett looking. Now he dances up into the middle. Throws it off to the left. There's Dorsey Evans to the 40. Dorsey out of bounds at the 35 with 1:04 on a first down.
It's certainly gone past the prayer and hope stage. I mean, this is realistically a chance of a score.
Brett can't afford to be sacked. Back he goes to throw it. Now he steps up, fires it off the right side to Dorsey. Don't go inside, Dorsey. Down at the 31-yard line. Oh, my gosh. He had to get out of bounds. And Brett those guys up 55 seconds remaining as they come to the line of scrimmage, and the Packers hustle there. Got to get something done. Straight back in the pocket, looking. Now steps up, throws it over the middle, and it was broken up. Almost caught, almost intercepted, dropped by Freeman at the 15-yard line with 36 seconds left in the ball game, and we go to third down.
Come on! Come on! Let's go! Do it again! Let's go!
Can Denver's defense come up with enough plays to keep the Packers from sending this thing into overtime? Will they bring pressure? Here they come. Favre. Pass over the middle is going to be incomplete. Incomplete. Atwater with a big-time hit of Robert Brooks. Hilliard is down, Atwater is down, and Brooks is down.
And I just remember I was backpedaling to my middle of the field, and I saw Brett throw the ball up. I just remember breaking on the ball saying, I can't let anybody catch this ball. And I just went full speed and just had a collision there. And unfortunately, I hit my own guy too. But, it turned out to be a good play in the game because they had to use an injury timeout, so they didn't have another timeout there at the end of the game.
We got 3 of our guys out. We got 3 guys out. Yeah. Atwater, Hilliard, and Crockett.
All the offensive players were on the sideline just praying. I'm thinking, God, if you just give me this one.
And 38 years without a championship in football has come down to one play. One play. Super Bowl.
Come on. This is it. Come on.
4th and 6 with 32 seconds to go. Blitz is on. Favre hit as he throws. Pass is going to be incomplete. Denver holds. Denver's going to win it. Oh, baby, they're going to win this thing.
When that thing finally hit the ground, that was like, man, we've actually done it. I mean, I'm jumping up and down, and I can't believe it. But then I'm looking at the clock. I said, oh no, we got one more snap. And I've taken 50,000 snaps in my football career, and I went right to our center, Tommy Nail. I said, Tommy, make sure I get this ball.
This will be the sweetest kneel down in John Elway's career. Go ahead and salute him, Denver. You got the world champions. The Broncos have done it. They have shocked everybody, and they have won Super Bowl 32.
It dawns on you that you just won the Super Bowl. I look up at the scoreboard and have Super Bowl MVP, Terrell Davis, and it's like, this is special.
First thing I thought about was John finally won his championship and all the hard work that went into that. There were a lot of great people that had a lot to do with that, but number 7 was leading the way all the time.
That game, and to finally get that win, I was like born again. That's how much pressure and everything was taken off my shoulders. It made my career.
I even knew people in Green Bay that were like, go ahead, give one to him. And, even after the game, some Packers said, you know what, I'm glad for John.
I love John Elway to death, but I couldn't give a rat's tail whether or not he won a ring that year.
You know what, John? You will go down as one of the greatest quarterbacks in history, but I did not want you to get that ring at that time.
His situation was like my situation the year before. I never won a championship on any level, and there were a lot of people pulling for me. But I look back, I was thinking is that he knows what I feel now.
talked to John after the game. Of course, I was upset, congratulated him and stuff like that.
I just told him I appreciated him allowing us to win that one day, because he's going to get plenty more.
And I cracked a smile. For about that long, I felt better. But I guess if I was ever to lose one, that was the right one to lose one, too.
You know how good that ice rink's going to look on your finger? Oh, boss? We did it. We did it.
Here I've been through 3 losses in the 80s where I thought about what am I going to say when I get the Super Bowl trophy. And I don't even come close. And so I haven't even thought about it until this point.
There's only 4 words. This one's for John.
Thank God I had that, because I couldn't have said much more at the time.
This one may have been for John, but every Bronco, past and present, shared in the celebration.
They had the Bronco party over at their hotel in La Jolla immediately following the game when they got back. There's just total elation, tears flowing, and all of the things that come with that kind of emotional release.
The game's most valuable player never made it to the post-game party.
You know, I wish I had went out and had a good time, but I couldn't. I was drained. I was tired. And you know what I wanted to do, too, when I got home? And I kept wanting to watch the replay and just watch the game and just make sure that, you know, that it happened. You know what I'm saying? That we did just win this game, and it just wasn't a dream. And I just wanted to keep hearing, you know, Broncos won championship, Broncos won championship.
Oh, boy! Man, I thought this was just a picture or something.
Elway lingered in the locker room long after all the other players had left and savored the moment with his family.
Finally did it.
So he goes in there, takes a shower, and I'm sitting next to the towel guy, and I can hear him in there. And he's like, yeah, woo, all right. You know, he's screaming, you know. He's like, you. And I turned to the guy, I said, you know, that's the sound of a guy getting the monkey off his back. That's the sound of a guy that finally is redeemed. You know, with all those losing Super Bowls, that's off him now. And that's kind of cool. And he goes, no, we ran out of hot water a half hour ago.
The Packers had to absorb the cold reality of becoming the first double-digit favorite to lose the Super Bowl since the 1970 merger.
I think we really underestimated Denver that year. You know, I've often told people that we won a Super Bowl, but the one we lost sticks in my gut more than the one we won. Knowing that they weren't better than we were huge favorites, and they outplayed us. I mean, not to take anything from them, they outplayed us. That sticks in my gut because I know we had the players to win that game.
Immediately, I was in a funk. I mean, that was a tough deal, and it took me a while to get out of that because I thought we really had a chance to win another one, and we didn't get it done.
We've won one, but you know, that won't even be the focal point from here on out. It's going to be the one we let get away.
One season later, the Packers' season again ended in heartbreak, this time in the NFC wildcard game.
Young almost falls down, throws to the end zone. Owens! Caught it! He caught it! He caught it!
They'll be talking about this for a long time.
The Broncos returned to the Super Bowl, where Elway faced his old coach, Dan Reeves, and the Atlanta Falcons. This time, Denver relied not on the run, but the strength of Elway's arm.
Rod Smith's got it. Here we go. 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Rod Smith, Denver, touchdown.
Denver sealed the win with an Elway quarterback draw.
Lunges to the goal line. He is in. Touchdown, John Elway and Denver. Elway now is going to leave the game. His helmet is off, both arms extended in the air. And if it's not his last game, It sure seems like it.
Elway would walk away from the game a two-time champion and most valuable player of Super Bowl 33. With the fondest memory of his career, his victory 1 year earlier in Super Bowl 32.
It was so perfect. You couldn't have written a better script.